Hey, this is Liz. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Tarte Shape Tape. I recently just got this in the mail. We have the hydrating one that has a blue band with a raindrop and a purple one. This just looks like the regular Shape Tape. So excited to review this, but the only thing is the shade range sucks, and I thought I need to mention that so Tarte knows it's wrong. They put this picture up, which all of these shades look the same. Then you pretty much have like one medium and two darker shades. Not even dark, but darker. So women of color cannot get the right shade, and that really just sucks. They said that they were releasing more, but why would you not just release it all in one time so they wouldn't be an afterthought? But thought I'd just mention that and put that out there. I have one quick announcement before we get into the video. I am doing a giveaway on my channel. Once I reach 500 subscribers, then I will be doing my giveaway. So I'll link it up above. I will also put it down in the description box below, so don't forget to go enter that. And also don't forget to go subscribe to my channel and just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to prime my face with my normal stuff. This is the No Pore Blend Primer. And just doing everything normal so I can really see how it lasts with my primer and everything that I use. So I've heard mixed reviews on this foundation, so I'm actually like really excited to review this. Not the shade range, not happy about that at all. I think that's ridiculous, but the foundation in general, I just love like the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And this, I'm going in with their own primer. This is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. I'm just putting this in my T-zone. And then I'm going to do half the face with the hydrating and half of my face with the matte. So I'm going to do the matte side over here and the hydrating side over here. With the hydrating side, this is what it looks like. It has a spoolie like the Tarte Shape Tape, just has like a big lid to it. And I'm gonna take this and just swatch it on my face like this. I heard these are medium to full coverage, but the matte one will have a little bit more coverage to it. So, and this is like a really like gel-like consistency. Like, this is not thick or anything. So I just have my swatches on my face. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just pounce that in. They have a sponge that they came out with that they recommend that you do this with, but I'm not gonna buy their sponge. I have a beauty blender, it works just fine. And then also I am in shade light neutral. Those are both of the shades I got for both foundations, so I hope they match. So far my skin looks like just like lightly covered. Like, it doesn't look bad, but there's like, it's glowy and everything too. I actually kind of like how it looks right now. You can still see there's like a dark circle right there, so it doesn't cover everything, but I mean, it's still pretty good. The color looks like it's decent on me. It's not like the best, but it's not the worst. All right, and then I'm gonna put a little bit more on just to see if we can build it up in these zones right here. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with the matte one. This is also light neutral, and they recommend a brush. They had a brush like the Artis brush, just like this. It's like a paddle brush, but I didn't want their brush. I have pretty much the same thing right here, and I can't get this open. Alright, I'm going to just dot this on my face too, and the consistency is already different. It's much thicker. I don't know how much I'll need of this foundation. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my Y6 by Morphe and blend this out. Yeah, it's a much different consistency. Actually, I'm going to go in and switch brushes to the paddle brush, because they pretty much have the same brush. Why not use this one? Both of them are looking very good on my skin. This one is super matte. It does have more coverage. It covered more right there. This one is very dewy and glowy. I can definitely see a shine. This is the glowy side. It does have a little shine. This is the matte. It is completely matte. The glowy side, you can definitely see some shine. So if you're oily, I don't know how you will like this one, but it doesn't have coverage either. I can still see some of my pores. This one pretty much covers all my pores. And then I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape because that just calls for it. And then I need to get my shade. This is way too dark for me, but we'll go in with this to see how it looks on its own foundation. Next, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. I have been really enjoying this setting powder lately. I used up all of my Laura Mercier powder, and so I have been using this. I'm just going to take that, set my under eyes. I'm going to take this with a tiny bit of powder and just pounce it on the rest of my face. My skin looks pretty good. Yes, I do have powder like underneath my eyes, but for the most part, my skin looks pretty good, and I'm actually happy with both sides. I want to see how both sides last throughout the day, so I will be doing check-ins like vlog style, so if you want to keep watching that and see how this foundation lasts, then I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and just keep on watching. Okay, this is my first check-in. It is 10:43 in the morning. This is the matte side. This is the hydrating on my right. They're both looking really, really good. The only thing I would say, sorry, I'm going over a bridge. The only thing I would say is this one has less coverage. You can see the pores more on this side. This side is more matte and it just covers a little bit more. Sorry, the lighting is so bad right now. But both sides are holding up really, really good, and I'm actually kind of impressed so far, but I want to see how it lasts. And yeah, so I am rushing to school because I am late, but I will do another check-in after I am done. Alright, this is check-in number 2. It is 12:36 p.m. My foundation, this is the matte, is holding up pretty good. It is getting into my smile lines just a tiny bit, but it's honestly not bad. And then on this side, it's getting into my smile lines a little bit more. It's still not bad. And then there's like a crease right there by my nose, which never happens. And it's kind of like gathering up on my nose a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. But I don't know. It's holding up pretty good like everywhere else and on both sides. Again, you can see the pores more on this side. But it's just like kind of gathering right there, and I don't know why. It's not as bad on this side. And I have normal skin, so I don't know. But I will check in again right about like 5-ish o'clock. So yeah. Alright, it is 5:17 p.m. I just got off work going to my other job. The lighting is a little bit better so you can see. This is the matte side hydrating, and you can see my smile lines right there. I feel like the matte side is holding up a little bit better. You see my forehead lines there, and I have my blinker on so you can hear that. But I've asked 3 people. So I asked one person in the morning. They said that they like the matte side. I asked one person as soon as I got into work, so after my second check-in, and she said she liked the matte side better. And then I asked somebody else, and this one was a guy, and he said he didn't really notice a difference. He said this one is more skin-like, this one is more like full coverage. So there is a difference on the coverage, but he said that they pretty much look the same. I was having problems with it gathering around my nose right here. You can still see it kind of right there. This side is not as bad, and I usually never have that problem. But that did happen a little bit. You can see my smile lines again on both, but that pretty much happens with every single one. I kind of just like rub them out a little bit, but I've tried not to do that today. But yeah, so far I still really like it. And I will probably do one more check-in. Alright, I am back from my final check-in, and these are the 2 that I have on each side hydrating matte. And let me tell you, I've been asking people all day which one they like better. Everybody pretty much has said this side, which is the matte, and one person said the hydrating because It looked like everything applied smoother on my skin, like my highlight and my bronzer and contour. I do have to say though that it kind of, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it kind of gathered in my nose more on this side, and it was on this side too, but I feel like the matte side, it is 11:01, so it has been over 12 hours. That's a really long time. Both sides held up. I feel like the matte side looks a little bit better in a way. I do have more of a smile line on this side though than the hydrating. The hydrating just looks more like skin. So it just kind of depends on what you want in a foundation, but it did gather in my nose and there is a little bit of redness peeking through right there. But my foundation overall looks really, really good and I am impressed with it. I honestly don't know which one I like more. I feel like if I want to go with the more natural, I will like both of them for like this. Full coverage, this one is not my favorite full coverage one, but I do like it. I like how it is exactly like the Shape Tape Concealer. It has that big dofa, but again, Tarte, you need to get it together with the shade range. You should not have 15 shades and then say, oh, I'm going to put out 5 more as an afterthought and not have shades for the people of color, and that's just wrong. If it was me, like, and I didn't have my shade the first time around, I wouldn't even think about buying it once they come out with more. Like, I would be just so mad and devastated about that, and it's just not right. It is 2018, and everybody should have their shades. Like Fenty, brand new line, released 40 shades at once. Tarte, been around, has a concealer that's the #1 concealer, releases 15 shades. What is right about that? Nothing. The only thing is with the hydrating one, you do have skincare that is built in it. The matte does not have skincare, but it does last, I feel like, a little bit longer. I just have a little bit of more of a smile line, but that is it. And to wrap up this video, I do like both of them. Well, I honestly don't know. Most people did like the matte one better when I asked them which one looked better on my skin, but I do like both. If I had to pick, probably the matte, because I do like more of a full coverage, but I also do like the hydrating. So yeah, I hope you guys like the videos and I hope you guys like the check-ins. Don't forget to go enter my giveaway. I will put it above and below. So go enter that, and also don't forget to go subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.